We're only getting started.
Experience the story without the stress. Non-broken mechanics are off. Ew. What about if I just let everything through? What about if I just let everything broadcast? The loading tip guy today is off, so there isn't one. There's no loading tip today. Don't make me nervous. I know what you're trying to do. You fucking poo head. Okay. Shit.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. Alright mate, Dave here. Listen, now I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so
Nice.
you're gonna have to run the news tonight. Now don't worry, it's not hard and I'm gonna stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience.
Fuck me.
The viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio. And you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on
Nice.
the broadcast screen
That's nice.
the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain. Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again. Right, won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes.
Fuck.
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You don't see if you make it right. That's right.
What might you sub you in for this?
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody.
You're trying to kill me.
Going 5, 4.
Feel like I did that
Good
early.
evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay,
Oh.
we're all good. Next thing is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
I'm not relaxed.
Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsmith wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Megan was chatting with movie star Lawrence Bunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this first-gen party have to say on their historic.
Right. Button 2 in 3, 2, 1. Lovely, mate.
Solid. I've got a job, mate.
It's the throwback to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
I can do news. I can be the news broadcaster.
Here it comes. Switch to screen 1. Now. Lovely, mate.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for France.
We often get a bit of interference around this time, mate. Keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. Use that slider that's flashing, or your scroll wheel to move the wave up and down, keeping the green bit in the white bit.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all considered defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear public. However, former Home Secretary...
Great, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now the clock at the top is
Fuck.
counting down to the advert.
Fuck.
When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
Okay, I'll keep my eye on the clock.
2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh,
Ask him about the election.
personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy. I thought that was our little secret.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your version of friendship. Really.
Ha. I also friendship.
First ad break is doing great, mate.
Oh,
This is where it
oh.
starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multi-cam sequence.
Oh
You're
my
going to
God.
be cutting between multiple cameras to
Fuck.
make things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long. 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3.
Fuck.
Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine.
Oh,
It's not as
God.
complicated as it sounds. You've seen programs on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Not okay with
Are you
this.
coming back from the break?
I'm not okay with the stress.
In the studio.
Thank you so much for
10 seconds, everybody. Counting in 5, 4, 3.
No, it's alright. Simple, mate. Simple,
Welcome back
mate.
to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
Megan Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to
go
the
to
shop
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you. I feel with you very as a mother.
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
Got it. Got it.
Say
Got it.
having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wax, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies at the time.
Back to Thunder Twin.
What a wild ride this has been. What a wild ride. I remember.
That is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over on billion, but let's see who's counting.
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take quite a place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
got this. I've got this. Don't worry. Piece of piss. Piece of piss.
Like you, unafraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering.
Solid.
for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference. I do it for the people that I inspire.
Talking some absolute frog bullshit.
But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And
Get back to who's talking.
I'm
we're
doing-
in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Got this. The answer to the best bit.
Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Oh, well, don't worry, he won't do it again. Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week.
Right,
around
they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lodz Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Go to the film clip, screen 1. Cool, looks like Blunderclash is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that. There's more interference coming. It's a bit trickier this time, mate. Use that little flashing joystick to the left of the knob, or hold down your middle mouse or Alt on your keyboard, and as the frequency changes, match it to the white bit by dragging right.
I don't know that.
Now we're going to squash the frequency back by dragging left.
No, Lance, we mustn't.
Dr. Lance, you Miss Flanagan.
Hate this.
Mate. Next, we're going to change the amplitude. Same as last time. Little joystick or hold Alt or middle mouse, and this time push upwards. Upwards, mate. Upwards.
I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
need to see this.
Right, now let's match it back by going downwards.
It's fine. This is fine. I'm doing fine.
Not bad. You'll get it with practice.
Thanks, matey.
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
Okay.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As
Fuck
you
me.
probably notice, the broadcast screen here is about 2 seconds behind the master screen here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the space bar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it.
I hate this.
And if you can't tell when to bleep,
That's-
just above the button,
it's great.
you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you've got to do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice.
My
We'll
goodness.
try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights. Count 1, 2, and hold it down.
You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy Neil's got crazy deals.
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Yeah, I got that bit.
Seriously, quite worse.
Five,
Oh my god.
four,
Oh my god, this is so hard.
Welcome back. I'm told we can now go right back to advance headquarters. I'm told we can now where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast.
Go for it, Pat.
Shall I start?
Get ready
Go
to leave.
for it, Pat.
Thank you all for coming, and thank you all for coming. Where do I start? Well, what a day.
They said we
What a
couldn't do
day.
it. They said we couldn't do it. Every dirty
Sorry.
every southern bastard trick they had against southern bastard trick they had against
Only got a bit of a word.
Sorry.
I'm sorry about the language there. I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a coarser than the grown is funny.
Fuck you.
Let's be honest, who can blame Peter for Let's be honest, who can blame Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that advance are not a political party. Advance are not a political party. That is what you have when things are going well. That is what you have when things are going suffering. You don't need a party.
That's it.
That's your bit long.
Sorry.
That can change things. Team that can change. But today is day one of a new. But today is day one of a new, fairer future. A better. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbook pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, not inaccurate, but not before we came out here to address the nation, we passed the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with some wealth office, we have produced working with a tax office. Every person.
This is a ridiculous tutorial. There's so much going on.
Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcoming
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more hiding wealth funds or creative accounting. Trust funds or creative accounting. Fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. I've got nowhere to hide. We revoke your passport. We revoke you want them back. You want to leave like you threatened. You want to leave like you threatened before the election. First, fine. You're going to pay first. You're going to pay up.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals to properly funding health and education.
I cannot remember the buttons for each screen at all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. You'll see when we reclaim what's ours. That's absolute ours. That's absolute. So
Sorry.
The people who pay your pittance to serve people in their private clubs, the people whose children you raise,
So they've got time.
They're labelled on the top left. I know they are.
Advance have this to say to you. Advance have this to say to you. We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your cars and
It
your
ends
mansions.
today.
We will put the wealth of this country back. We will put the wealth of this country back in the hands of the people who created it. In the hands of the people who created it.
Today.
Yes. It ends today. It ends and tomorrow we'll start making it fair again. We'll start making it fair again. Promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with that.
Didn't think of that as a swear.
Well, interesting acceptance speech there. Interesting acceptance speech.
Ah.
Apologies for the fruity language, and our apologies for the fruity language. Out for you in time. Hopefully we got that moved out for you in time. Someone's going to be in trouble. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Mighty That's all from us this evening. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage. We'll be back first day under with full coverage of the first
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
With this exquisite limited edition collection,
More
My
boring
Salad
politics
Weekly.
then.
Sign up now, and every week we'll send you an authentic, ethically sourced ingredient to add to your salad. Build your collection week by week, and very soon you'll have a salad that really gets the lunchroom talking. From tomatoes and oils to leafy greens and lovely grains, this really is the complete collection. Every issue also comes with a companion magazine.
Oh my
that
God.
explores the history of the art form, from the Great Balsamic Wars of 48, or Edward the Confessor.
The Great Balsamic Wars of 48.
The very way we see the humble salad, Julius Caesar himself.
The background talk is funny as well in the outline. Yeah.
Collection now, and we'll send you your first 3 issues. Loose Leaf, Remain, and Iceberg. Plus this exclusive lettuce fridge magnet, all for just $7.97, with free postage and packing. Order now, and you'll receive this crouton display case, free. That's right, absolutely free.
Free?
With a retail value of $18.99, your crunchy cubes will look their absolute carby best. But don't delay, this exclusive offer is available for a limited time.
I feel like my senses have been destroyed. As a pass, fuck off. You've received your full wages. Current wealth broke ass poor. Sick. That's great. That's great for me. What's this?
Alright, mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes, and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to.
Shall we have a listen?
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on tonight.
Let's
on
watch
Channel
some
1.
good telly, shall we?
At 7 o'clock, it's the semi-final of the quotation game. And it's a nail-biting quiz tonight as a team of nuclear physicists take on 4 old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m.
Man, money's
by
on the old
award-winning
ladies.
documentary series, The Shape of Now, which tonight looks at the history...
Do we
of
find out if the old ladies
some
win
changes
tomorrow
during the
when
Great
we watch this
Crisis
back and it
1871.
tells us what happens after the quotation game?
At 9 p.m, sit back and relax
Shit,
with
man.
multiple award-winning movie, The Freedom of Being Colin, taking us all the way up to 11:15, where, as usual, Dr. Adrian Atkinson's
Fuck.
Riley will be...
You didn't tell me Colin was in the game!
Sizes.
Fuck!
And tonight sees a return for leading economist Katie Brightman. Finally, at midnight, it's the National Weather Report, before we say good night until tomorrow. But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson for the National Nightly News.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global mega corporation Remington Swiss buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports
Shit.
fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
It's a great intro. It's a fantastic intro and it could happen to any single one of us. I love it when games do this and they're like, it's not actually your job, but you're doing it now, so we're going to train you how to do it.
But first, the votes
Because anyone in that normal situation would be like, it's not my fucking job and leave. Or they'd be like, a promotion? And that's how you move up in the company. You don't actually get promoted.
Advance appeal to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change. But critics have accused them of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary Geoffrey Jeffries has issued a statement in which he comments that we have all been seduced by the shiny wrapping paper, but have yet to see the contents of the box. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break,
Nice spelling of Jeff. The best spelling of Jeff.
the international heartthrob and inexplicable box office sensation that is Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the program, we'll be going live to
It's a good name.
HQ to hear the co-leaders' acceptance speech. That's all coming up after the break.
We've only just had the intro. Why is it the break?
Clear waters and fine dining. Well, we're not sure, but here in St Bumley on the Taint, we've got a big hill and the bus comes twice daily. Visit picturesque St Bumley this summer and experience a holiday that's simply unlike any other.
Oh, perfect.
Come and visit the abandoned Spade Factory. Your kids will love exploring the old production line in relative safety. Grab your tetanus shots and come down today. There's no gift shop, but feel free to grab an old handle from the skip out the back. Or why not indulge?
You can't tell this is British. Did you see the guy's teeth?
Of historic interest, like the parish church, currently the subject of a thrilling police.
This is like a high school project.
Market, home of the fairly big cabbage, or
home of the fairly big cabbage.
That's a nice hole. And after a long day exploring Bumley, you can relax in one of 2 communal tents. Or you could take advantage of our famous nightlife. There's a radio in the calf, or on Fridays we gather to watch tramps fight. Come on, Harold, you scruffy old meth head. Only 85 minutes from the coast, and with more than 2 areas of outstanding natural interest. Isn't it time your family went Bumley way? And hey, if you come in the dry season, we've got a car park. St Bumley, on the Taint.
He said on the corner. The only post box.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance, but first
they're fucking great.
Megan Wolf is here with a star.
I can actually catch Pokemon now.
Megan.
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent.
What a good cut that was.
And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear. I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Bless you.
So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Wrap, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap. He really is. I've worked with him on several.
I'm glad I got that in. That was nice.
I said to Peter,
him just cutting her off.
Wild ride this has been. And do you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
That is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over on B and Dom, but obviously who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
Oh, that is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire, the little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Very difficult.
Very difficult.
I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Yes, well,
Sorry, I said fuck.
No.
Is that, I'm really sorry.
Well, Lawrence, I believe you've
Excellent beeping. Excellent beepage.
which opens next week around the country. Lawrence, do tell us what's going on here.
I'd be delighted. This is a really pivotal scene where my character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
That shouldn't be
Exciting
bleeped though,
stuff.
right?
Let's take a look.
No, but I pressed the button anyway.
I don't understand it.
Pressed it anyway.
I don't understand it.
She had fun with that.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
This is me being great.
No, Lance, we mustn't. Think of Carol.
Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Did he just hit her with a bullet?
All for you.
He's got a bullet in his hand. Did you hear that?
Change the world, you know. When I listen to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
No, it's all too late.
Look at this!
The virus!
The sterility. This phone.
Not the virus!
This phone. This is the key.
Stop it.
Yes, we could stop it all. We have to ask ourselves.
If we should.
Brilliant.
Welcome to Crazy Deals, crazy pre-Christmas sofa and chair deals. It's a steal with Crazy Deal. We don't care if you've been naughty or nice. We got green sofas, red sofas, brown cushions, pink cushions. You've got a grey sofa. We've got a great sofa. In a grey, a brown,
Nice.
a pink,
Nice.
a yellow, a purple. Neil's deals are unreal. You've got people coming over at Christmas. You've got an aunt. She's going to leave a stain on the sofa. You don't want her sitting on this white sofa. She's going to have to sit on the dark sofa. This is the deal.
She does have to sit on the dark
You
sofa.
want to throw your money at us. We'll give you
Fucking
a
creepy
sofa
Ann.
for a price that is just crazy. If you've got lightning, strike it. Then strike whilst the lightning is hot. You've got a disused sofa. We don't care if it's smelly, stuck in front of your terry, full of welly. We'll take that shit away. Don't make a meal out of it. Make a deal out of it. We got a big ass deal on a big ass chair. We've got white chairs, blue chairs, stools, inflatable chairs. This is a crazy deal. With Neil appeal. You don't want no lame ass chair. You want a great chair. We had a man come down the other day and he brought in his young daughter and he wanted her to have the best chair. We got those chairs. We got more of those chairs. We got tall chairs, chairs on wheels, wheelchairs. We got chairs for twins, chairs made out of steel, chairs that are a steal and a deal. We got those chairs. You want crazy? We got crazy. Crazy Neil's got crazy deals. You want a toilet? We can do you a toilet. We can do you a toilet next to a chair. We can do you a chair next to a toilet. Hell, we can even do you a toilet chair. So you come on down, you bring your ass.
Toilet
We got
chair.
it. You want it. You want it. We got it. You
We
want
love
it.
the toilet
You pay
chair.
it. You want it.
This
We
is
got it.
great.
You want it. You want it. We got it. You pay us.
Boom.
Welcome back.
You pay
I'm
us.
told we can now go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
What regular names they had to come up with as well.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pet.
Okay. Well,
That's a shit
thank
cut.
you all for coming.
Sorry about that
and,
one.
Well, where do I start? What a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through their
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating?
Perfect.
Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them, the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate.
Who doesn't want these as political leaders? They're better than the political leaders we've already got. They're better than the political leaders we've had for the past 5 years, right? For the past 20 years. Forever.
You know this sort of... Probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting.
Okay.
Simpler.
I think we're done. I think we're done there.
Right.
Oh shit.
Rushes, and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple.
Okay.
4 screens you can see. They're going to show you the full signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them, so you can have a listen to the stuff you weren't allowed to show. Select the broadcast and give it a go. And when you're done listening to the backstage secrets.
Alright, okay. Okay. That's where we could do that. I guess we'll continue. Former Prime Minister Jacob Hamilton called the election after a sex scandal alleged calls for his resignation. That's nice. Day 3? What happened to day 2? Your iPhone to post on the mat. Matt! Okay. The rest of the questions are left for you to complete. They appear to be mandatory. Upon starting a new job, you would be friendly and introduce yourself to new coworkers, be productive and get to work immediately, ease yourself in and orientate yourself with the new workplace. Oh, you gotta take it easy, don't you? Take it easy, you're new. It's not actually what I'm like. A colleague in a different department has confided in you that they've been taking on confidential information. Now a file of minor importance has gone missing. Would you? I'm not a grass. I'd recommend that they tell someone, but I'm not a grass. I'd be like, oh, this is a bit important. You kind of need to tell someone. You've kind of stolen a child. You need to tell the people that you've stolen the child. Maybe give it back. I'm not going to tell them though. So don't you dare tell me anything ever again. An entire department was fired today for consistent underperformance. Leave work on time, stay late to ensure you hit the first deadline, leave work early and head to the pub and chat about the change with your colleagues, and leave work on time. I'm leaving. If it's time to leave, I'm leaving. That's it. That's it. I might get to work 2 hours early and thus be a terrorist, but when it comes to leaving work on time, I'm gone. I ain't staying unless you're gonna like pay me double. I'm gone. If another manager wants a handover, they should have come in early so I can give it to him. If you want a handover at 2 when I leave, no, I'm leaving. I ain't giving you a handover. Do your work. See you later. the annual company barbecue and you find you and your family have been invited. You are washing your hair that day. What the fuck? You go if you're free but wouldn't mind missing it. You've been practicing with your co-workers. You think you'll win the contest this year? What, fucking grilling meat? I'll go if I'm free. I'll go if I'm free, but if at any point I get a message off Matt that just says magic, I'm going. I'll be like, gotta go play magic, bye. Gotta go play magic, it's much more important, thanks for the free meat, bye. You know? You've had a long day, successful career, and now you're about to retire. In your speech, you focus on the issues and challenges where you face. List your achievements. Magic. Give an honest review. I'd be like, hey, listen, this is a bit shit, needs to be better. You can't do anything to me now. Goodbye. In your spare time, you like to relax alone doing things like listening to music or making models. I'm not a model maker, but I have children. I'm playing a sports team. I'm not doing political rallies, so I guess I'm making models. Your ideal holiday getaway. Too many people at a theme park. I don't want to do it. Tropical islands are too hot. Exploring somewhere unfamiliar, new challenges. Maybe. Surrounded by natural beauty. Getting away from the strain of the daily grind. Yeah. Gah. The daily grind. Am I right? Am I right? Yo, a cat on. It's a daily grind. It is most important that the government keeps people happiness isn't the government's problem. Okay. The government doesn't keep people free, but it should. Safety is the police. Equal, yes, we should keep people equal. But I don't know if that's including the government or excluding them. Equal. Sign my name. Pee pee poo poo. A family matter. Oh shit. Oh fuck. It's late. Sam and the kids have gone to bed. You're just drying your favourite coffee cup. Don't drink coffee. A worn out souvenir from your first trip together. The print's faded, but the goofy face still makes you smile. A knock at the window brings you back to reality. Why is someone knocking at my window? Oh my god. They're in the garden, clutching a gaudy neon green suitcase. It's Chris, Sam's sibling. As soon as you let them in, they sit at the kitchen table, visibly stressed. Okay, alright.
I'm so sorry for bursting in so late, Alex.
Chris stammers.
But I need a favour. Hey, the only one I can ask.
No problem, what's going on? What's going on, man? What's going on?
You must have seen all this crazy advanced stuff. The assets and wealth act, they're calling it. Taking people's hard-earned money to fund the lazy. It's bullshit.
Never seen Chris is agitated. Alright.
I'm not saying the 1% or whatever should have stupid money. Don't have stupid money,
Chris Hesley had.
But they can afford it. People like me, we're going to lose everything.
Sorry, but taking from the rich to help the poor doesn't seem so bad. Doesn't, does it? Chris's eyes flash dangerously.
You can't possibly be that naive. They're taking whatever they want and distributing it as they see fit. No government should have that kind of power. Look, that's not why I aim it. I need to borrow your passport.
Why?
They've taken mine and half the bloody countries, but people always say you and I look so familiar.
Chris is pacing now.
I need to leave before it's too late. Once I'm out, me and my money will be safe. But I need to go now before they freeze my accounts. Please, Alex, I wouldn't ask if I had any other choice.
Surely there's another way.
You're joking, right? I've always done right by you and Sam. I've treated your children like they were my own, my family. Does that mean nothing to you? As they get to the life, I hope you know. Fine, I'll salt fish myself. Chris spits. So much for family loyalty, eh? Wow. Grabbing the neon fluorescent the neon fluorescent suitcase, Chris disappears into the night. You go back to the dishes, picking up Sam's cup again. The peeling face now seems to bore into you. Not in your stomach tightens. Screw the 1%. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em. If you've been that rich and you've not helped the world in any way, you should be fucking frozen. Eat a dick. Day out. The fallout. Oh shit. Oh. What the fuck?
Let's get the power on. You need to get at least the bottom 4 plugs on. Right, let's load up the adverts. You might want to have a bit of a think about it. Your decisions have consequences, don't they?
Should we play this as toy safe? Should we play Is This Toy Safe? Mr. Snugglechugs. Any recommendations, Matt?
Right, you can see they finally got the old headline system up and working again, and the vision mixer's already in headline mode because headlines always come at the start. It's really simple, mate.
Not the one with the note on it?
At the bottom of the vision mixer.
Why not?
See, they now have A and B on them, and they're to help you pick image A on the left bottom screen.
What the fuck is he on about?
Image B on the right bottom screen. Here. It's really simple. This little clock here will count down the number of seconds you have to make your decision. Provided you make a decision in that time, you're fine, and you can change your mind as much as you want until the clock reaches 0. But if you don't make any decision, you'll be fired before you even get to make another choice. I just want to say one more thing, mate.
Dave was here.
The pictures you choose to show these people, well, that's how the public is going to perceive them, and that's going to affect their lives. So, like with the adverts, choose carefully. And we're off. Good luck, mate. If I get time, I'll call you back in the next break. Yeah, I'm coming, darling.
Friend Janet says theirs gets really hot.
Is this Janet who thinks dogs have their own secret language?
Yeah, the one that mistrusts the moon. 10 seconds, everybody.
Yeah, mistrust the moon.
Consumer advice then?
Don't blame me when it explodes. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight. Destination unknown. At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavorable rumblings...
Oh, they're not very smiley in this. Okay, alright, I get it.
Whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction of their manifesto promises. Out with the old, Remington Svitz have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university,
I guess.
and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia.
I'm an influencer.
Stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement. In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's child named Mr. Snugglehouse. Sophia promises he'll be all the rage this Christmas. but concerns have been raised about the product safety.
Okay, alright.
Intrepid scientist Dr. David Moore, a marine biologist Ingrid Swansborg in Organsfield,
Yo.
today set off
Knock her out. Knock her out, mate. Point a finger at you.
underwater flower technology. The pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. The undiscovered plant species it contains. The two scientists.
That's great. That's good telly.
Playing the fields. Rumours about the sporting legend Johnny Hansleaves is not leaving Johnny Hansleaves on the capital spotting bush. The football was caught while out celebrating being named
Easy choice.
Personality of the Year last named as reported by this very program. As reported by this and judging from the angle and velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny velocity of that spray. It looks like Johnny may have been. I certainly wouldn't want to be his strike leader.
Easy choose. Easy choose.
With advance promising a radical new business, with advance promising a how afraid should we actually be? How afraid should we actually be around the country? To talk with people who've seen around the justice system, to talk with people who've seen justice.
Fear the police. Fear them. They're monsters. Paul's not here, is he? They're monsters.
All that and mega young actors and mega experiencing young actors already assets and positive side first. They'll be talking and performing later. They'll be talking. That's all coming up on tonight. That's all coming up on tonight's National.
Sorry. Oh shit! Forgot about this. I forgot how to do this. Fuck. I was like, what am I doing? I completely forgot. I forgot about this.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of we're talking about advances first week in office. We're talking about the new future first week in office. Joining me, Katie Brightman, the leading economist, Alan James, the leading economist. Alan James is right. The free man's guide to winning is right. The free man's guide to winning. The government certainly haven't dragged their heels. The government certainly hasn't dragged their heels. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still
Tank.
vassal slaves. We're just in prettier. Still vassal slaves. We're just in prettier cages.
You're right, son.
I'm afraid I don't.
Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I think that advanced have realised the current economic system of realised the current economic system is untenable. So they're changing roads up.
Here I agree.
So they're changing things up.
They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan. Moving to the next steps in the
Grand plan, Alan.
It's all in my
Grand
book.
plan,
Alan James
Alan.
is right. It's all in my book. Jeremy. Alan James is right. Become the great herd. Ignorant, we're sterile, the great herd. That's what they sterile.
Or perhaps advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet. We will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad
Shit.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Yes. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James. It's all in my book.
Self-promoting. Shamelessly
I think they're watching carefully. Advance the most destructive threat that world powers have faced since the last great world powers have
Yes,
faced.
Katie's right. War is inevitable. Katie's right. And this will not be a war like we've ever seen before. And this will not be a war like millions of deaths. We're talking millions of deaths. That can level entire cities. We're talking level entire cities. We're talking your life, Jeremy. But when they murder your parents and they poison you, when they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, take you away to their camps.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan. That might be a great way to sell books, Alan. But you know full well
democracy is dead.
Democracy is dead.
And change is always frightening, but the truth and change is always frightening. But the truth is, 90% of the population is wealthier and is on target to produce.
The only thing keeping me calm is the slight.
What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy,
Fuck.
is that these are the same people. Jeremy, is that these are the maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it, you say mobilise, the grooming of an entire generation, the grooming of an entire generation to bondage. They're like psychic pedophiles. They're like psychic pedophiles.
Katie, what are you based on the facts? Katie, what are you...
Act is only the
This is fucking ridiculous.
Historic budgetary surplus, and as well as historic funding on public services, and as well as they're already funding on public services, they're already funding unprecedented amounts into scientific research, unprecedented amounts into
As I call them in my
research.
book, Frankenstein and opiates. Like opiates. See?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Ellen? Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Ellen?
It's all coming from the water. The chemicals. It's all coming from the pumping water. It full of belief juice. Pumping it full of belief juice.
This is like the best actor I've ever seen.
Their power after spending half lose their power.
He had so much fun doing this. Pumping it full of belief juice.
They're succeeding. The catastrophe sat here talking about their puppet show. Sat here talking about their puppet show.
Quickly, Alan. All right, we're running out of time. What does the future look like? Quickly, Alan.
Bleak space, where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
We might be on the eve of brave new world. We might be on the eve of change, but we need to be cautious. Let's change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk
Two
forward
very
with our
different
eyes
visions of the future there. Two very different visions of Katie Brightman, Alan James, Katie Brightman. When we come back, thank you for joining me. Investigating when we can order. Before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the assets. Before Megan meets some beneficiaries. That's all coming up tonight on the National Nightly News.
1 minute back.
Our children.
Fuck me. Oh, you've just woken up, Sen. Oh, this guy. The guy's great.
Provide for keeping us informed of all the ups and downs to help make things even better. With a vast range of activities available, building the nation's future has never been so rewarding. With the Go-Getters, you can be sure that your children will be well equipped in the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than moving forwards. The Advanced Go-Getters. Forwards together.
5.
Very stressed.
3.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of advance of a woody task they are calling a advance of a woody task to move this serious social problem to move this serious social tonight we go behind the headlines. Tonight to meet the people who behind the headlines justice system, the people who every day in justice system. First up, we have Gregory Judge. A lawyer who sees the problem is close up. A lawyer who sees the problem is close up. Can you hear me, Gregory? Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me. Yes, I've got
What's it like on the front line of the hard face? What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold
Well,
hand of
as you
justice?
can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. Massively understaffed. We're working every hour we can just to try and work every hour.
This is gonna get me every time.
It must affect the quality of support demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve more support from ministers. We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level, Jeremy. At a structural level.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's. It never is it?
Just hang
I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. The problem isn't a local one. It's nationwide. Just Jeremy, it's nationwide.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. The affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Jones.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Jones.
We need legislation to relieve pressure on our public
Sorry to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson.
Sorry
Can I
to
have a moment
interrupt
to
the news,
tell my
Mr.
husband I'm
Donaldson.
Can I have a moment to
Yes.
tell my husband I'm leaving?
I understand. Yes. Quite the picture of a burgeoning legal sector there. Quite the picture of a burgeoning legal sector there. Joining us. Gregory Judge. Thank you for joining us. Police Chief Constable Bob Peel. A man with a very different perspective. A man with a very different perspective. Do you think there's a problem with the system?
Oh fuck.
Do you think there's a problem?
Let him speak.
Jeremy, I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to your community and safely looking in through windows and generally enjoying generally enjoying terrorised by some thug with a knife, terrorised by some thug with a knife.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong?
That's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to Jeremy. But I think it all comes We've diluted our culture and lost touch with what it means to be a citizen and lost touch great country to be a citizen of this once great country noted in Sunday's sermon as probably noted in Sunday's sermon.
And to what do you attribute this moral? And to what do you attribute this moral?
It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that Jeremy, you bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, bloody gimp's escaped. Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like me. As I was saying.
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants and just to be clear, you think it's the moral
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this. Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Dawson. Clive, yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Dawson.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not responsible. Well, it is certainly not. White people are decent, good. White people are decent. Hold on just a moment. Clive, I am not having this again. Clive, I am not having this again.
This is just, you know, politics talk. That's all that's happening. Just your classic politics.
No one else. Responsibility of the criminal. Everyone has a story, but we don't all everyone has barbarians doing. Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an aim line, when our daughter Alice comes home with an aim line, she takes 3 of the pills and hides under the stairs. She takes a normal pill and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Peel there. We're locking down. Peel there. We're locking down the police's position. And finally tonight, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. It's time to get to the heart of the matter. Has recently been released from Tony Brooks after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, after serving burglaries and
Menacing assault.
He's agreed to talk to his client, which is also, I believe, many happy returns, Tony. Many happy
Cheers,
returns.
Jez. Call me Titwank, Tony. Cheers, Jez. Everybody else does. Call me Titwank,
No, I'm
Tony.
not going to be doing
Everybody else does.
Can you tell us what it's like in prison, Tony? Can you tell us what it's like in prison?
Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite a mixed bag. It's a constant battle against institutionalisation. It's a constant battle against institutionalisation. And obviously,
so bad at this.
and obviously,
I'm picking up the Genoa alone, Tony. I'm picking up the Genoa alone.
yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me some yeah, sorry, my bunch
Yo,
of lads.
but you're sweet.
Thank you, Jon.
Bunch of lads.
Back to that party. Okay, well, we're trying to get back to that party. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel the time spent in prison, do you feel to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony? To rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Wank, Tony. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez. I think asking that is an oversimplification. I think asking that is an oversimplification.
Sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony. Sounds like it's getting quite busy there, Tony. But since leaving custody, have you been able to...
Oh my god.
Yeah, all the boys are here. Big Chris. Yeah, all the boys are here.
Yo, fucking Big Chris.
Little Chris. And Vampire Chris. One sec, love. Tony's on the loose. One sec, love. Tony's on the loose. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system. Rehabilitation's difficult. Just not set up for it, you know. It's inherently unjust. You know. It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... do you feel who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free Products has only got Mr. Fancy. Chrissy Free has only got Mr. Fancy. Not now for this one. Not now for this one.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time. It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here. I can't really hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we...
I like the balloons.
Signal there, Tony.
Wait, las bolitas! Wait, las bolitas!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. Well, we're just trying to get that signal. Tony? Tony, I mean, you're literally away for 2 seconds. I mean, how has this happened? 2 seconds. Can you hear me? How has this happened, Tony? Can you hear me? Hopefully you, the viewer at home, hopefully you have an understanding of the serious and complex issues around serious after the break, Megan will be live to see Megan will be live to see After these messages. Yes.
This is awful. How are you doing this? Oh, it's so difficult. Fuck.
And the public will love that. Don't worry if you don't know, you won't get punished for it or nothing. Just try and stay in the groove. Also, one last tip, when the music starts, turn down the broadcast volume. Right, enjoy the music bit.
What?
God, I love music. God, I'm so pleased. I think I might go and work in a bit.
Their visible plate. And 7 out of 10 days.
Turn down the broadcast volume. This one, right?
Because we said so.
Welcome, Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Spot, I'll be chatting on tonight's Culture Spot. I'll be chatting
Welcome's back.
a team of inspiring young people, a team of inspiring young people who today received a grant from the Friendship on a tour of local secondary schools.
Wasn't supposed to do that.
Welcome to secondary schools.
That's my shaky hands.
And Charlotte Winstanley Harrington. And Charlotte Winstanley Harrington. Girls who are overwhelmed to be honest. We are Megan. And I believe you two sisters, is that right? And I believe Charlotte's my older.
I'm the older, more popular one. I'm the older, more popular one.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, in the cafeteria, and I said, hey,
Swallowing to look for jobs.
But she's been laid off due to budget. But she's been
My God, I'm gonna fucking die. This is so stressful. You don't get in trouble, but yeah, what?
Maths teacher. Maths is really important. Thanks, teacher. Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, teacher. Maths is really important. Yeah, thanks, teacher.
And the old start history, Aristotle. History, Aristotle. I just think that when we travel around all these problems, they say, hey, I really want to be like this. I really want to be like this. And powerful. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. And they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like
Nice.
really only one who's like Angela. There's really only my wife, Angela, and I. My wife, Angela, and I.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
we just want to bring a bit of song and joy into people's lives.
And teach people the issues in the play or what really matter. The issues in the play or what really matter.
Showing us an extract from this play, aren't you? Showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
I play a young first year who's having some trouble at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name. Yeah, because doesn't actually have a name. Yeah, like because all of us. He's like all of us.
It's like maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's you at home, or like maybe she's.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Right, well, I'm going to have a little chat with you. Right, well, I'm going to have a get ready. I can't wait to see it. Run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it. That's it. That's it. So, Jeff, when did you first hear?
What am I fucking losing them on?
A letter from the Barnes arrived at the school. A letter from the headmaster thought it was all a prank. The headmaster, his secretary, retreated from his bin and brought it to me.
How did you react?
I also
How did you react?
And then Harriet and Trey rescued it. But then Harriet and Trey number the bottom page. The next thing you know, we're on tour.
Wow.
Next thing you know,
Well, I think we can all guess wow.
I'm gonna cry.
It's funny because Angela and I don't usually funny because we're not very political. We're not very political. She's a kind of mathematician, but we did just
Of course.
Peter Clements DIY and so we thought back in the day, why not? So let's have a go with this whole democracy. Why not? Let's have a go with this. And here we very well are.
Good stuff.
Brilliant.
So, let's have a look at a short section. Let's have a look at a short section of Hey, Friendship.
Dear Diary. Dear Diary. I'm not sure I can take another day at this school. I'm not sure I can take another day. Another day of tears. Another day of tears. Another day of fears. Another day of fears. But still I walk the corridors alone. But still I walk the corridors alone. Dreading what might be around every corner. Dreading what might be around every corner.
What's around the corner? What's around the corner?
Hi, Gary.
Oh heavens, no! It's Gary the Fifth. Oh heavens, no!
Gary
It's
the
Gary
Fifth.
Gary the Fifth.
Going somewhere, little first year.
Gary the Fifth.
Paul wrecked him to bully all morning. But this makes me feel better about my violent father.
Excuse me. I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. I'm late for maths. It's my favourite subject. So important.
What? Maths is for losers. My arm's stuck. Maths, just keep going for fuck's sake. Right, just keep going for fuck's sake. Maths is for losers. Now, have your lunch, mate. Now,
Double lunch for me today, but
Not my DMs, I'm sending you more Paul games. Alright, fair days.
truly happy when I need
Today, Gary the Fifth. Not today.
What do you mean not today? Who are you? What do you mean not today? My arm's Rico. Brilliant, keep going. My arm's Rico. Brilliant. Who are you to stand up to me? I, Gary, stand up to me. I, sad little girl, and you're that sad little girl who's all alone.
What am I doing? Oh. Look, it's her face. She could be you. I'm so concerned for my own safety.
Hey, listen up, I won't take no crap. Who said middle class girls can't rap? I ain't afraid of your
Many people.
I'm a mother-loving rebel, but I still love maths.
Fuck me. I'm not cutting with the beat. I'm not doing it. I can't do it. So real.
Eating women is wrong.
Whoa.
I guess life's pretty hard on a council estate. 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 It's so damn hard on a council estate. Life can be peachy. Yeah. If you work as a team. Just work as a team. It's your choice to be me. It's my choice.
I thought he was 3. He is 3.
Well, thankfully that's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow night for all the headlines from across the country. My name's Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh my god.
Jeremy Donaldson.
And clear out.
What the literal fuck was that?
I believe
Alan
that was art.
I believe I've got a 14-inch cock, but it make it so.
Ah! How many porn games have we got to look at, Sen? I want to see how shit that entire broadcast was. I got my full wages. Sick. I'm going through my queue, so probably a lot. Oh, fuck. Man, you can't send me that much. This is so stressful.
Take a look at what's in store tonight on Channel 1.
Let's have a watch.
Kicking off our evening schedule is a
Oh, we
look
could
at
talk
the
about what just
best
happened.
moments from Peter Clement's Just the Job, reminding us just how our new Prime Minister became so popular in the first place. Following that, at 9 p.m, Megan Wolfe sits down for an exclusive interview with former Prime Minister Jacob Hamilton-Mann in Truth to
Jacob
Power.
Hamilton-Mann.
And she'll be asking him where it all went so horribly wrong. I'll certainly be tuning in for that. Finally tonight at 10 p.m, it's a bit of escapism with Lawrence Blunderclatch's acclaimed action movie Bullet Man, taking us up to the National Weather
Nice.
Report and close down at midnight. But before all that,
World
it's time to go
establishing.
over to Jeremy Donaldson for tonight's National Nightly News.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main headlines tonight: destination unknown, At the end of Advance's first full week in office, we ask exactly who's leading this charge. Tonight, I'll be discussing what the new future might hold with a leading economist and radical free thinker. With the country's wealth creators in a state of panic and unfavourable rumblings...
I forgot about the
already heard
pictures.
from overseas, I'll be asking my guess whether Advance can deliver on even a fraction
Jesus
of their
fucking
manifesto
Christ.
promises. Out with the old, Remington's Fist have appointed Sophia Remington as their new CEO. The following photo, taken from our archive, gives us a sense of this influential young firebrand who, at the tender age of 23, becomes the youngest female CEO in history. Sophia Remington has always impressed. She was top of her class at university and graduated with the highest honours, immediately being asked back to lecture. The markets have responded favourably to Sophia's appointment, with stocks rising 30 points in light of the announcement.
Very nice.
In her first press conference this afternoon, Sophia announced a children's toy named Mr. Snugglehearts. Sophia promises it will be all...
Oh, I did terrible at the start, didn't I? It's going to look awful.
Making a splash.
Thought I crashed then.
Dr. David Moore, a marine biologist source brought in Morgansford, have today set off to
Nice.
Dante's taint. The recently discovered cave system was previously thought unreachable, but thanks to a new breakthrough in underwater flower technology, the pair hope to successfully reach the imposing central cavern and the undiscovered plant species it contains. Many were surprised the two scientists, who've shared a fractious rivalry for many years, decided to undertake this expedition in each other's company. However, the two have released a joint statement in which they opine geniuses don't have to like each other to achieve remarkable results. Playing the field, rumours abound as sporting legend Johnny Hamsleeves is snapped leaving Bush, one of the capital's hottest clubs. The footballer was caught while out celebrating being named Sports Personality of the Year last week, as reported by this very programme. And judging from the velocity of that spray, it looks like Johnny may have been celebrating a little bit
Easy
too
stuff.
much. I certainly wouldn't want to be his dry cleaner. And Griever's bodily charm, with Advance promising a radical new position on
So you've
crime,
not played past
how
this level,
should
man?
we actually be?
Oh, it's going to be terrifying.
Around the country, to talk with people who've seen the criminal justice system from every perspective. With more and more powers passing to the police, and less oversight, are we using an Advance-shaped sledgehammer to crack a nut? All that, and Megan Wolf with a group of young actors already experiencing the positive side of the new Assets and Wealth Act firsthand.
Who brushed his hair?
And
Who just combed his hair?
That's all coming up in tonight's National Nightly News.
Welcome back, everybody. Can we get a guessing quick?
Oh, it was here I fucked it up.
In the wake of the government's swift enactment of the Assets and Wealth Act, we're talking about Advance's first week in office and what the new future holds. Joining me are Katie Brightman, a leading economist, and Alan James, author of Alan James is Right, The Free Man's Guide to Waking Up. Alan, the government certainly haven't dragged their heels on delivering some of the legislation they promised. But what does the Wealth Act mean for us?
Nothing, Jeremy. We're still vassal slaves, we're just in prettier cages.
A confident dismissal there. Katie Brightman, do you agree?
I'm afraid I don't, no. I think that Advance have realised that the current economic system of unlimited, unending growth is untenable, so they're changing things up.
There I agree with you. They're moving to the next steps in the grand plan.
Grand plan, Alan?
It's all in my book. Alan James is right, Jeremy. We're to become the great herd, ignorant, sterile, and short-lived. That's what they want.
Or perhaps Advance have just realised that if we carry on the way we are, we will destroy ourselves and this planet in a mad orgy of consumption, if you'll excuse the colourful metaphor.
Yes, orgy is the right word. Only it'll be the overlords having an orgy on our poor broken backs. It's all in my book. Alan James is...
Shamelessly self-promoting? Katie, how do you think the rest of the world responds to this new approach?
I think they're watching carefully. Advance are the most disruptive threat that the world powers have faced since the last Great War.
Yes, Katie's right. War is inevitable.
Thank you, but that isn't
And
what
this
I-
will not be a war like we've ever seen before. We're talking millions millions of deaths. We're talking high-tech weapons that can level entire cities. We're talking...
Out of the wrong orifices?
Mock me all you like, Jeremy, but when they murder your parents and they poison your food and they take you away to their camps for hypno-brainwashing, we'll be laughing then.
That might be a great way to sell books, Alan, but you know full well that isn't going to happen in a democracy.
Democracy is...
This is good TV.
Yes, advance are radical, and change is always frightening, but the truth is that the Wealth and Assets Act has made more than 90% of the population wealthier and is on target to produce a permanent end to poverty.
What this young lady doesn't understand, Jeremy, is that these are the same people. Maybe they've rebranded, but it's all a little circus act to keep us from seeing the tyrant behind the curtain.
That's where you're wrong, Alan. For a start, they've mobilised the youth vote like we've never seen before.
You say mobilise, I call it grooming. The grooming of an entire generation to walk happily into eternal bondage. They're like psychic paedophiles.
But based on the facts, Katie, what are your...
Psychic paedophiles.
The Assets and Wealth Act is only the first step. Advance now have a historic
You
budget
gotta
of
love some
service,
psychic
and as well as
paedophiles.
properly funding our public
You don't.
services, they're already they're already funneling unprecedented amounts into scientific research in the arts.
Or, as I call them in my book, Frankenscience and opiates. Like opiates, see?
Can we get back to the issue at hand, please, Alan?
This is the issue.
Love me
It's all coming
those.
from the water, the chemicals, they're pumping it full of belief juice.
Don't get me wrong, I want to see these changes, but only if they're sustainable. If Advance lose their power after spending half of our GDP on dismantling infrastructure, that could be catastrophic.
The catastrophe is that they're succeeding. They've got us sat here talking about their puppet show.
All right, we're running out of time. Quickly, Alan, what does the future look like to you?
A bleak space where we've all been figuratively sodomized into submission.
Oh, of course. Katie?
We might be on the eve of a brave new world. God knows we need some change, but we need to be cautious. Let's walk forwards with our eyes open.
Two very different visions of the future there. Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. When we come back,
It's actually amazing.
investigating Law and Order before Megan meets some beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act. That's all coming up.
Our children, our future. Advance knows
May have
that,
interrupted him.
and we're here to help. The new Advance Go-Getters initiative will ensure that every young person enjoys the abundance of benefits that only a true community can provide, while keeping us informed of all the ups and downs to help make things even better. With a vast range of activities available, building the nation's future has never been so rewarding. With the Go-Getters, you can be sure that your children will be well equipped in the march towards progress. After all, there's nothing better than moving forwards. The Advanced Go-Getters. Forwards together.
Good advert, that.
Welcome back. In our second segment, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the state of law and order in our country. Advance have already tasked what they are calling a solutions team to move this serious social problem to the top of the list. Tonight, we go behind the headlines to meet the people who live with the criminal justice system every day of their lives. First up, we have Gregory Judge, a lawyer who sees the problems close up on the front line. Can you hear me, Gregory?
Yes, I've got you, Jeremy. Thanks for having me.
What's it like on the front line of the hard face of the cold hand of justice?
Well, as you can imagine, Jeremy, we are massively understaffed in this country. We're working
Brilliant.
every hour we can just to try
Brilliant
and
cutting.
cope with the caseloads on our desks.
Which must affect the quality of support you can offer.
Well, we can bear demand, Jeremy. There just simply isn't enough being done at a systemic level to relieve the problem.
Greg?
We need more support from ministers. We need change at a structural level,
I'm
Jeremy.
leaving, Greg.
Not a good time, darling.
It never is it? I'll be at my mother's.
Just hang on. Oh, the problem isn't a local one, Jeremy. It's nationwide. Just give me 5 minutes. I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson.
Oh, have you mentioned your affairs?
No. The affairs of the Justice Department that we should be concerned about.
Hello, Mr. Donaldson.
Hello, Mrs. Judge.
We need legislation.
This is fantastic
to relieve
television.
the pressure on our public
Sorry
servants.
to interrupt the news, Mr. Donaldson. Can I have a moment to tell my husband I'm leaving him?
Yes, I totally understand. Quite the picture of a burdened legal sector there. Elderly Judge, thank you for joining us. Police Chief Constable Bob Peel, a man with a very different perspective on our nation's crime. Do you think there's a problem with the system, Bob?
I'm sure we all do, Jeremy. I'm sure we all long for a return to the days when you could safely walk the streets of your community at night, looking in through windows and generally enjoying your neighbours without the risk of being terrorised by some thug with a knife. Or kosh.
So you feel the streets simply aren't safe anymore? Where have we gone wrong, Bob?
Well, that's not a simple question, Jeremy, but I think it all comes down to moral decay.
Just generally enjoy
We've
your
diluted our
neighbours.
culture and
You
lost
know?
touch with
It's
what it
nice.
means to be a citizen of this once great country. Also, as the vicar noted in Sunday's sermon, we probably shouldn't have banned hanging.
And to what do you attribute this moral decay?
Foreigners, gays and gypsies mainly. It's all in the Bible. Look, Leviticus clearly states that... Oh, hang on a moment. Jeremy, bloody gimps escaped. Delia? Delia, could you give me a little help, please, dear? As I was saying, Jesus didn't like immigrants much, did he?
And just to be clear, you think it's the immigrants who are responsible for the moral decay?
Absolutely, Jeremy. Back in your box, Clive. Back in your box. Delia, I really could use a little help with this.
Oh, sorry, darling. I was spaying the badgers.
Yes, I'm talking to Jeremy Donaldson. Clive, could you put him back in his box?
Oh, Clive, you know it's Wednesday. You go back in your gimp space.
And whose responsibility is it to make a change, Bob?
Well, it is certainly not the responsibility of the decent, good, white people of this...
Where's the padlock?
Oh, hold on just a moment.
Oh, Clive, this simply won't do. Naughty, naughty, naughty boy.
Clive, I am not having this again.
It's just perfect.
As I was saying,
Great.
Jeremy, moral decay. Crime is the responsibility of the criminal, no one else. Look, everyone has a sob story, but we don't all end up as barbarians, do we? Look, when our daughter Alice comes home with an A-, does she go on a killing spree? No, she takes 3 of her pills and hides under the stairs like a normal child.
Thank you, Bob. Bob Peel there, really locking down the police's position on morality for us. And finally tonight, hopefully uninterrupted, it's time to get to the heart of the matter. Tony Dawson has recently been released from prison after serving 3 years for aggravated assault, burglary, and menacing assault. He's agreed to talk to us today, which is also, I believe, his birthday. Many happy returns, Tony.
Cheers, Jez. Call me Titwank Tony. Everybody else does.
No, I'm not going to be doing that. Can you tell
I'm
us
glad I
what's
censored
in
out
prison, Tony?
the tit bit.
Tony. Prison's a mixed bag. Structure's quite nice, but it's a constant battle against institutionalisation, as you can imagine. And obviously, Titwank quite hard to come by.
I'm picking up that you're not alone there, Tony.
Tony. Yeah, sorry, my friends are throwing me a surprise party. Good bunch of lads.
Okay, well, we're trying to let you get back to that party as soon as possible. First, let me ask you this. Do you feel that your time spent in prison helped to rehabilitate you in any way, Tony?
Tony! I don't think it's as easy as that, Jez.
I don't think I censored tit correctly any time. Is wank the swear? I don't understand.
It's getting quite busy there, Tony, but let's try and soldier on. Since leaving custody, have you been able to find a new job?
Yeah, all the boys are here. There's Big Chris, Little Chris, and Vampire Chris. One sec, love. Tony's on the news. Rehabilitation's difficult with the current system, Jez. It's just not set up for it, you know? It's inherently unjust.
So, do you feel tempted to... I'm sorry, who's this now?
You are joking. Chrissy Free has only got Mr. Fancy, oh. What now, fellas? I'm on the news.
It seems like we've caught you at a bad time.
Little
I can
Chris.
hear you, mate. It's getting a bit busy here.
Yes, we seem to be losing the signal here, Tony.
Way las bolitas!
Well, we're just trying to get that signal back. I think we... Yes? Tony? Tony, I mean, we're literally away for 2 seconds. How is this happening? Can you hear me?
This is great.
Train of thought there, Ricky. Hopefully you, the viewer at home, have managed to gain a broader understanding of the serious and complex issues around law and order. After the break, Megan will be live with some lucky young thespians. Don't go away.
bother strengthening your body when you can strengthen your face? We believe your skin deserves the best, so the new formula actively removes harsh chemicals from your skin. The high salt content actually pulls the dihydrogen monoxide right from your pores to give you the crisp, brittle skin you've come to expect. New Judico Shon will revitalize the appearance of the strength of your face's skin. 41% of women we surveyed said they loved their visible flakes, and 7 out of 10 dentists would recommend it. Judico Shon, because we said so.
I would love this news. This is the better news.
Welcome to Black. I'm Megan Wolf, and on tonight's Culture Spot, I'll be chatting with one of the first beneficiaries of the Assets and Wealth Act, a team of inspiring young people from Scritchford Sixth Form College, who today received a grant from Advance to take their play, Hey, Friendship, on a tour of local secondary schools. Welcome to you all. Well, let's start with you two, Harriet and Charlotte Winstanley-Hamilton. Girls, you must be thrilled.
We are, Megan. We're overwhelmed, to be honest.
And I believe you two are sisters, is that right?
Yes, Charlotte's my oldest. I'm the older, more popular one. I'm joking.
Harriet and Trey were really the ones who came up with the whole idea.
So, Harry and I were shooting the breeze in the cafeteria, and I said, hey, let's actually do something.
So I went to look for a drama teacher.
But she'd been laid off due to budget cuts. Fortunately, I directed a pantomime when I was at university, so I knew the ropes, as it were.
Oh, right, yes, but you're the maths teacher, aren't you?
Yes, that's me. Jeff Algebra, maths teacher.
Maths is really important.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
As is theatre. It's one of the oldest art forms in history. Aristotle believed.
I just think that when we travel around all these problem schools and the poor kids see us, they say, hey, I really want to be like those attractive kids. And that's a very beautiful and powerful thing. We touch our audiences, and they touch us right back.
I suppose with a surname like Algebra, there was really only one choice of career for me. My wife, Angela, and I, we often laugh about it.
Angela Algebra.
Yes.
We just want to bring a bit
That's
of
sad.
song and
That's
joy
so sad.
to people's lives.
And teach people about the difficult issues. The issues in the play are what really matter.
And I think you're going to be showing us an extract from this play, aren't you?
That's right. To put into context, I play a young first year who's having some troubles at school.
Her character doesn't actually have a name, yeah, because in a way she's like all of us.
It's like a metaphor. Maybe she's you at home, or like, maybe she's you, Megan.
Maths is really important.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
Put it in, coach.
Yes, thanks, Steve.
Right, well, I'm going to have
Got
a
it in.
chat with your teacher while you run off and get ready. I can't wait to see it.
I don't actually want to watch the play. Does anybody want to watch the play?
So, Jeff, when
my
did
God.
you first hear about grants?
2 days ago, a letter from Advance.
Maths is important. It's important. No, you don't want to watch the play.
His secretary
Good.
retrieved from
Alright.
him